we all know that eventually the narcissist will overplay their hands and think that they can get away with it. Narcissists are calculated and they're strategic, but they have a tendency to push things a little bit too far, and that leads to their downfall. How can you spot this before it affects you? So stay tuned, because at the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to recognize this when a narcissist is trying to play you or manipulate you so that you don't get sucked in. Okay, look, the narcissist will always overplay their hand. They'll always show who they are, because you can't be fake 100% of the time. Like at some point, you know, your game's going to get revealed, because number one, you can't remember everything that you have said or lied about. Sorry, I should have said lied about, like to this person or that person, right? You're not going to remember. That's not how this works. No one is that superhuman, like not even a narcissist. But do you know what the funny thing is? Okay, it's not funny, but they think that they are. They think that they can do this. They think that you're stupid enough that you're not going to be able to see through it. But you see, this is the thing. They underestimate you. They underestimate every bit of you. The thing is, they do overplay their hand. You do see through it. And this is what you do. So the first thing that you've got to remember is that narcissists will thrive on manipulation, on control, and power. Okay, so this is what they need you to believe, that they are so powerful, that they are so wonderful, because they crave admiration, validation, other people's comments, the way that other people view them. They need people, they need external validation. This is an inborn driven need. Okay, so this is something that they want and need. I'm going to stress this so much, like they need this. Like, they really need this. You take that away from them, oh boy, it's not going to be good. However, this relentless need blinds them and the consequences of their action. Their overconfidence in their manipulation skills. Narcissists often believe that they're smarter than everybody else. Okay, so they will try it. A lot of them are chances. Yeah, just if there's a chance opportunity, they're going to try it. But one thing that the narcissist doesn't see is that this blinds them to the intelligence of the people around them, to the, like you, to people who might actually be seeing what is going on. They're thinking that what they have done before with this person, and this person is going to work on you or this person. What they don't understand, what they fail to understand, is that people have varying levels or degrees of understanding, of intelligence, of emotional intelligence. That is where they overestimate their skills. The next one is their greed for supply. Okay, it's like what I said at the beginning of this video. When you are motivated by the external validation of somebody else, of others, this is going to make you weaker, because you're always reliant on someone else giving you something. Because you can't do that for yourself, you're always looking to someone else to supply that for you. So when you are adapting your behavior, adapting your speech, the way that you communicate, the way that you behave, okay, you're always rendered a little bit more vulnerable, because you're relying on someone else, on the way that somebody else says or does something for you, and you are reliant on how other people see you. So this greed, when you're constantly focusing on that makes you greedy. And then you think, yeah, like I can do this the same way as I've done before, and I'm going to get it. And then you become addicted to wanting that validation, to wanting that attention from other people. And then what happens is that pushes people to their limits, and that is their danger. The narcissist is not able to see where those limits are. That's why they keep going. And eventually they reach that person's limit. Another huge one is their lack of empathy. They're genuinely unable to understand how their behavior affects others, which causes them to misjudge their own actions. Okay, they think they're doing good. They think that they are running this game and this person is not able to see it. But this person has enough emotional intelligence to see it, to recognize it, to see it for what it is. You see, that's the thing, my friends. All of those points combined, they thought that you were not going to see through it. They thought that they could run their game on you for the rest of your life, which is what they think, that you belong to them. That's why they do it. But the thing is, they underestimated you, because you do see through it. You do see what they are doing. And that's the issue. That is when the narcissist overplays their hand. What they're not doing, because of these skills that they lack, they do not have the foresight to understand what they are really doing. So signs when a narcissist is overplaying their hand is the over-exaggeration of lies or a certain event or a situation. Like, you think to yourself, it's like, what? So for example, a narcissist always says that they're a victim. Okay, that all of this has happened to them, that they are so sad, that this person is toxic, their ex is awful, this person is awful, and all of this has been done to the narcissist. I mean, how much drama does one person really have? Like, come on. They say this because they want you to feel sorry for them, but they're over-exaggerating. It might be other things that they over-exaggerate about. When they're fabricating these stories or these situations, things just don't tend to add up. You just think to yourself, can this person really have so much bad luck? Can all of these people really think this about this person? And that's when you start to think, yeah, like, is this true? The other one is going to be when they are demanding too much. Because they don't have those filters or the empathy, they can't test the limit. They don't know where the limits are. So they're always asking you to do things. They're always asking you to validate them. They're always asking something. Time, energy, emotion. Or they might start making unreasonable requests to test your boundaries. And then you think to yourself, like, how much more of this can I do? How many more times can I say this? Or how many more times can I do this? This is when you start to begin wondering. The self-sabotage. When a narcissist gets too comfortable, they let their guard down a little bit. Their impulsive behavior, like overspending, their outbursts, or breaking promises, reveals the true nature. And this is the thing, my friends, this is what you've got to look out for when they get too comfortable. When they know that they can manipulate you, when they know that they can control you, they start being open. They start to let their guard down. This is when you see their true nature. So what happens to the narcissist when they overplay their hand? You see, the thing is, they're going to start losing people. They're going to start losing supply because people are going to see through it and they're going to be like, no, I'm not taking this anymore. They're going to feel isolated. So as their behavior becomes more transparent,